Neha plays tennis every morning. Okay. Now we had already done parts of the speech. Now parts of the speech is a sentence has different words and every word has its own role to play. Okay. So in a sentence we have a subject. Okay. Like we have here, this is Neha. This is a subject. Okay. Now plays tennis every morning is the object, you can say, or you can say the predicate. Fine. And here plays is the verb. Okay. So any sentence has two parts, a subject and a predicate. Okay. Now the subject indicates the person or the thing. Okay. And that is the focus of a sentence. The predicate tells us something about the subject and it contains a verb. Okay. Now a verb is there importantly. Okay. And the focus is on the subject. This is a simple sentence. All of you will understand? The subject and the subject and the predicate of a sentence, right? Now let us talk about active voice. Let me give you this. First of all, let me understand what is voice. The term voice is a term that is used to denote from the form of the verb. Which shows if the subject is in a given sentence is the doer or the receiver. The subject is doer. Okay, sorry. Doer or receiver of the action. The voice of the verb describes the relationship between the action and the participants, that is the subject or the object in a sentence, object or predicate. Okay. Now this is voice. All if you understood? Now when in the active voice, the doer is placed in the subject's position. Okay, and it is followed by the verb and the receiver. Now doer here is, like we said, Vinod cleaned the room. So Vinod is the doer. He is doing the action. Okay, and who is receiving the action? On whom the action is done. That is the receiver. Okay, and of course this is the verb, cleaned. Okay, so this is a active voice. Okay, everybody understand? Now, yes. What is an active voice? The active voice in a sentence denotes that the noun or the pronoun that acts as the subject in the sentence is the doer of the action. In an active voice, the doer of the action. In other words, the subject performs the action and acts upon the verb or the object, you can say. According to the Oxford Learner's Dictionary, the active voice is defined as the form of a verb in which the subject is the person or thing that performs the action. And according to the Collins Dictionary, the active voice is defined as a voice of verbs used to indicate that the subject of a sentence is performing the action or using the event or process described by the verb. Okay, so now you all understand? Active voice, subject is the doer. Okay, he is the one that does the action. Can anybody give me an example?
He is playing piano.
Yeah, he is playing piano. Who's the subject?
He.
Yeah, he is the subject and is playing piano is the predicate, or you can say the object on whom the action is happening and who is doing. The subject is doing the action here. So this is an active voice. Do you understand? How do you understand if a sentence is an active voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a message that you all understood. Okay. Next, what is the passive voice? Okay, let me give you an, here you will understand better. Now, in the passive voice, the receiver is placed in the subject's position. Okay, or normally our subject is in the starting of the sentence, right? So when the receiver is placed on the starting of the sentence, or you can say in the place of a subject, okay, and it is followed by the verb or and the doer, okay, like in when we are doing, when it was in active voice, it was Vinod cleaned the room, okay. Now when it is in the passive voice, it is the room was cleaned by the, sorry, by Vinod. So this is the passive voice. The room has come in the place of the subject. The receiver is in the place of the subject, and the doer is in the place of the object. Okay, and the verb changes to the past tense. Cleaned will change into was cleaned. Okay, all of you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
If we have to change this into passive voice, what will we say?
Pin-
Moksha?
Piano is being played by him.
Yeah. You can say the piano, or you can say the only the piano. The piano is, or sorry, the piano played, was played, or you can say is being played, huh, by him. All of you all understood the difference between active voice and passive voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's do a meaning. We have Oxford, the form of a verb used when the subject is affected by the action of the verb, and according to Collins, this is the passive voice is formed using be and past participle of a verb. Okay, we use the be form of the verb. The subject of a passive clause does not perform the action. When if it is in a passive, when a sentence is in the passive voice, the subject does not perform the action. Okay, so understand, when the subject is not doing the action, the sentence is a passive voice. When the subject is doing the action, the sentence is active voice. Now you understand how to recognize an active voice and a passive voice. Give me answers on the
Yes,
message
ma'am.
box. Okay. Using active voice and passive voice, points to remember. Remember, there are a few points that you have to bear in mind when using the active voice and passive voice. The English language, the active voice is used generally as they give the information in a direct and clear manner. So active voice is direct and clear manner. He is playing. Okay. She is playing. The dog is barking. These are all direct. Okay. So these are all active. Make sure you do not use a passive voice just because you think it sounds better. Use it only if it is necessary. Remember that active voice has a subject doing the action, and passive voice has the subject receiving the action. If you want to communicate your thoughts and ideas, just leave this out. The pro tip for you to master the active voice and passive voice is to know the structure and formula by which they work. Okay, in an active voice, there is first the subject, then the object, and then the verb, and then the object. Okay, now in a passive voice, like I told you, we have first the object, then the verb, and then the subject. The subject is in the end. Aryan, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Sudhamshu, you understand? Daria? Jitendra, are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Active?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, now we are going to do differences there. Analyzing the difference between the active voice and the passive voice is what will help you in such a way to learn how to use the two voices effectively. Take a look. Okay, now first of all, Active voice donates the subject is performing the action, like we just discussed this. And in passive voice, donates the subject is acted upon. The action is happening on the subject. Okay. Active voice does not require a linking verb. Okay. The passive voice uses a linking verb. Fine. The active voice focuses on the doer of the action. Okay. Now here in the passive voice, the focus changes. Okay. The passive voice comes in handy when the doer of the action is underdetermined. Mean there is no focus on the subject's doing. Okay. The subject, the doer has a direct and clear, strong tone. Okay. Active voice, we have direct and you can say direct, it is clear and direct. Okay. Now in passive voice, it is often indirect, weak. By him, this was cleaned by him, I cleaned the room. This is more direct, right? And if I say the room was cleaned by me, so this is a little weak sentence. Okay. We have examples here. I decorated the hall. The hall was decorated by me. Devi Ghosh gave Shanti a gift. Shanti was given a gift by Devi. Okay. Let me give you a small exercise here. We will understand. Okay. This first, read the first sentence, Daria, and tell me if it is active or if it is passive.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's active.
It is active. All of you will agree with him.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Shreya Ghosal sings beautiful songs. This is active. Okay. The sun sets in the west. Who's going to give me the answer?
Active voice, ma'am.
Good. Read the next one.
Passive, ma'am.
Okay. The boy was being beaten by his teacher. This one is active. Okay, this one is passive. Can you change it into active?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Daria, you try. Change it into active.
The teacher is beating the boy.
The teacher is beating the boy. Good. Okay. Give me the next one. Jitendra, you tell me what is the next sentence? Bucky
Ma'am,
is
it's
helped by
passive.
Steve. It is passive. Give me the active sentence.
Steve helped Bucky.
Steve
Helped Bucky.
Okay. Steve helped Bucky. Right? No? Okay. The carpenter is building the desk. Sudhamshu, you tell me. Active voice or passive?
Active.
Huh?
Active.
Active. Yes. Why are you saying so meekly? Are you not confident?
I am confident.
Confident, right? It is active. Okay. The carpenter is building the desk. Change it into passive voice.
The desk was built by carpenter.
The desk was being built by the carpenter. Is this right? All of you will agree?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll get more clear, you'll become more clear when we do the rules here. Okay. So I just gave an few examples so that you can recognize the active voice and a passive voice. Okay. Now, when converting the active voice into passive voice or vice versa, there are changes in the tenses. Like we saw here. Yeah. Here it is building. Okay. Now it was being built. Yeah. The tenses are changing. We'll understand the rules of the tenses. The table is given below to show how the tenses change when converting active to passive voice. Okay, now if it is in the present voice, like Brendan plays cricket. So if it is a continuous tense, it is Brendan is playing cricket. Brendan has played cricket. Brendan has been playing cricket. Now, when this changes to passive voice, it is cricket is played by Brendan. Cricket is being played by Brendan when it is ing. Okay. It is going to be being. We are going to add being. And has, when if it is, we have has, this change to been, has played will change to been played. Okay. Now, Brendan has been playing cricket in a past continuous tense. There is no passive for here. Okay. All of you understand the present tense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like we have an example here. Building is going to be being built. Okay. Is being built by the carpenter. Okay. Where we have is okay. Is helped by Steve. Bucky is helped by Steve. How will this change to passive voice? Anybody? Bucky is helped by Steve. Steve helped Bucky. Okay. Now this is the active voice, right? All of you understood? Give me a message. Thumbs up. Aryan,
Yes, ma'am.
you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a problem? No problem? Next is past tense. Okay, now if it is in the past, if active sentence is in the past, like Brendan played cricket. So it is going to be cricket was played by Brendan. Right? If it is Brendan was playing cricket, cricket was being played by Brendan. Is was will be was itself. Yeah. Was playing will change to being played. Was played was will change to was being played. Now Brendan had played will change to had been played. Okay. Now for the past continuous, there will be no passive. Okay. Everybody understood present and past?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, great. We are going to do future now. Now, if in the future it is Brendan will play cricket, it will be played by cricket will be played by Brendan. And Brendan will be playing cricket, there is no passive. Okay. Brendan will have played cricket. This is a very funny kind of sentence, but because of the rule, we are putting it there. Brendan will have played cricket. Cricket will have been played. Will have been played. Will have played will change to will have been played. Okay? Jitendra, you understand? Present, past, and future rules.
Yes,
Yeah?
ma'am.
Okay, great. Now, how are we going to change the pronoun? Like we have I. If we have in the active voice, if we have I, in passive voice, it will be me. I drive the red car, or you can say the car. Okay. So it will be, how will you change this to passive voice? Anybody? Help me. Aryan? I drive the car.
Car is driven by me.
By me. Okay. So I changes to me. We changes to us. He changes to him. She, her, they, them. It will be it itself. Okay. Now this is the change of the pronouns. Great. Understood? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, understood. Good, great. There are a few other points that you have to know so that you can use the two voices effectively. They are as follows. When converting a sentence in the active voice, the passive voice, the first thing that you have to do is interchange the subject and the object. Okay, the subject goes to the object's place, the object goes to the subject's place. Okay. Now the next part of the speech you have to focus on is the verb. How we have to change the verb. Okay. When converting the active voice into passive voice, you just have to convert the main verb into the past participle or its third form. Most the third form. Remember this in your mind. We have to change the verb into the third form. The third form of the main verb is the past participle form of the verb. When you are changing the tense of the main verb, make sure you use an auxiliary verb which maintains the tense of the sentence represents. Okay, always use a preposition by before the subject in a passive sentence. We always often in the end it is the car is driven by me. Okay, the furniture is made by the carpenter. Okay, if you say he made the chair was made by him. She is beating him. Okay, he is being beaten by her. Right. So by is there often. If there are any adverbs used in the sentence with the active voice, be sure to include it in the passive voice as well. If there is an adverb, okay, do not just drop it when you convert a sentence in the active voice to the passive voice or vice versa. Now we are going to do some examples. Twinkle lights, adventure stories. Okay, so adventure stories are liked by Twinkle. Latha is learning French this year. French is being learned by Latha this year. Active voice, okay, Kurt has brought macarons. Okay, macarons have been brought by Kurt. Siddharth played cricket. Cricket was played by Siddharth. They were making invitation cards. Invitation cards were being made by them. Okay, so I have these examples here. For practice, we will do this exercise. Okay. All of you are able to type, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these sentences are, all of you are able to type. These sentences are in the active voice. Okay, I want all of you all to change this into passive voice. He usually buys the tickets. Okay, write it in the, I give you, I think we have about 10 minutes. I'm giving you some time. Okay, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. Do it till 10. Do it till 5. Okay, in 5 you will do. 1 minute is enough, right?
You have to send in the
Attempt these,
chat.
yeah, these 5. Type the answers in the chat. Type it together. Okay, don't do one by one. Type all the 5 answers. Okay, all of you are done. I got all your messages. Okay, now we are going to attempt the answer. He usually buys the tickets. Okay.
The tickets are usually bought by.
Yeah. Bought by him. Okay. We booked the flights. The flights. Anybody give me the answer?
The flights
Flights
were
booked
booked by us.
by us. We will change to, we is going to change to us. Okay. He opened the bottle easily.
The bottle was
The
easily
bottle
opened
was
by him.
easily opened by him.
By him. She cleans my shoes.
Shoes are My shoes are cleaned by her.
Good. She will change to her. They arrested the burglars.
Burglars were arrested by them. Arrested by them.
Good. By they will change to them. Okay. Now you understand? They will change by to them. Okay. And here she has changed to her. Okay. And they arrested, were arrested. Okay. Cleans will change to, because it is shoes. Shoes is also always in a plural. It is are cleaned. Okay. He opened the bottle easily. Was easily opened. Okay. We booked the flights. Were booked. And we changes to us. Here he changes to him. Okay. Now you all understand how to imply all the rules here. Okay.
Yes.
He usually buys the tickets. He changes to him. Okay. Are usually bought. Buy changes to bought. Okay. Okay. Now just do the next 5. Okay. And then I'll give the answers. Dharya, give me the first answer. He wrote the note. He wrote the note. Dharya, are you there? Jitendra, give me the answer.
I sent my answer.
Fine. Okay. Just check out your answers. I'm going to write the answers. The note. Was written. Was written by him. Okay. The car was washed by. They will change to them. She found the key. The key was found by her. He sold his coin collection. The coin collection was sold by him. Okay. All of you all got it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So everybody understand, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So anybody has any doubt, you can, I'm open to questions now.
No doubts.
Ma'am, could you
Okay.
share this in resource also, ma'am?
Yes, of course. I'm going to share this PDF file with you, and there is going to be the exercises also. And I will want you all to attempt that also. Just like I had sent articles the same way, and